Okay, I'm going to be playing this Belly Drum Charizard team. The goal of this team is to use paralysis and speed control to set up Charizard for a late game sweep. I also have light screen on Zapdos, which setting up light screen can make it so that even after a Belly Drum, Charizard may be able to live something like a super effective hit, such as a Thunderbolt. Leading off into this Alakazam here, I'm just going to go for a Body Slam. The worst he can do is paralyze me, which of the things you can have to a Snorlax, paralysis is probably like the best status you can have because toxic whittles away your HP. Being asleep isn't good, especially considering I don't have sleep talk. So honestly, I don't mind at all getting paralyzed because now his Alakazam is gone and I'm paralyzed, which, considering my speed was already extremely low, not that big of a deal. Just gonna pivot into Executor here. No need to predict. If he goes for HP Ghost, I'll still live. All right, just gonna go for a Psychic here. I'm in the lead. When you're in the lead position, especially as early as turn 4, you can just go with like the most like basic like no duh plays imaginable, like just going for super effective hits no matter what. If you're in a position that's leading early on, he goes Starmie. He could have Ice Beam, but I'm just gonna go for Giga Drain here. I should live, which I do. I get the Giga Drain off. I get a crit hit, heal back up to 71. After leftovers HP, I should be in the 80s for my health. Geez, I'm off to such a good start. I might not even need Charizard, believe it or not. I might not even need that big old flaming lizard. All right. Well, he's just gonna get paralyzed, so there's that. Well, I guess we're both getting paralyzed. Nope, we're not, because I missed. Because why wouldn't I? We're going for it again. Oh, and we get paralyzed. I'm just gonna explode. I should be able to live another hidden power and explode. Come on, don't get parried. Let's go. All right. Well, we traded with the Zapdos. That's that's about as good as we could hope for getting paralyzed that many turns in a row. I'm just gonna go for Cloyster as he goes Nidoking. Just gonna go for Surf here. No need to predict. If he switches out, that's fine. Oh, he gave me Rain Dance. Yes, he goes for Rain Dance. So my Surf one shots him instead of taking 2 hits. We are playing against a genius. We're playing against a mastermind, the likes of which I've never seen in competitive play. All right, well we're just gonna go for the big old boom right here. Take out his Machamp. Let's see what the lucky last Pokemon is. I gotta say, setting up Rain Dance on a Cloyster so I can one shot you has got to be the craziest play I've ever seen. I'm just gonna explode. No need to predict. If explosion doesn't kill, which it most likely will, I can take him out with one of my other 3 Pokemon. He's taking his time to think this one out. I mean, after the Rain Dance play so that my Cloyster could one shot his Nidoking instead of take 2 hits, we're clearly dealing with a mind of which the world hasn't seen since Albert Einstein. So he's definitely concocting some sort of plan where this Miltank can take out a Steelix, which not only resists his normal stab, but also has a defense stat that would put the Great Wall of China to shame. He's probably just not going to take his turn. He's probably just going to sit here for 90 more seconds and just waste everyone's time. So I'm just going to add another game. Just going to add another battle. Add game. We'll get another game loaded up here because he's clearly not coming back. I feel like this happens every time I want to record. When I play by myself, people don't rage quit as much. Or if they do, they just hit the forfeit button to save me the time. But I have another game queuing up, so after this sore loser takes his time sulking after his master plan of setting up the rain dance for my Cloyster to kill his Nidoking, then we'll get into the next game. I'm really hoping I can get that masterful sweep with Charizard, because I didn't even use Charizard this game. I mean, I would have, but you set up rain dance, so what's a man to do? Still loading up another game here, as you can see. He's got 15 more seconds to come up with a master plan. We may see the comeback of a lifetime with this guy. This Mill Tank, he has milk drinks so he can heal. He has heal bell so he can heal a status. Is any of that going to protect him from an explosion? No, of course not. And he loses. So unfortunate. After 2 entire minutes of wasting everyone's time, you'd think he could have come up with a plan to beat my team. But oh well. I've never understood that because if I'm losing a match and I'm having a bad day, I just forfeit and give my opponent the win. I don't just log off my computer and just make them waste the 2 minutes for them to reconnect, which they never do. Oh well. We're queuing up another game. So hopefully this game you'll get to see the disastrous, the deviant, the obscene, the Cretaceous Charizard in action. Because let me tell you, you thought my belly drum Snorlax the other day was a potent attacker, you should see Charizard. When Charizard starts dropping rocks on them, they don't know what hit them. Especially if they're paralyzed. Like if they have like a paralyzed Starmie that was supposed to outspeed and was their only check to Charizard, and then Charizard just sat there smacking his belly, they just know it's over. Only melancholy relief they feel is logging off the game. Alright, we're into another game here. Blissey into Snorlax. Just gonna go for Lovely Kiss. I've never understood why it takes so long for people to take a move, to take their first turn. There's only so much you could do on your first turn. Use a move or switch out. Alright, while that guy's asleep, I'm gonna set up some rocks here. Unfortunately, I don't have Toxic on this Cloyster. Usually in this kind of trade, you'd go for Toxic, but Icy Wind's pretty useless. The reason I have Icy Wind, though, is like lowering a speed stat can kind of help Snorlax with the speed control thing, as I've talked about. So from here, Snorlax is already Toxic, so I'll just switch in Snorlax as he goes for Gengar. Lucky for me, I have Earthquake, so I'm just going to go for that. No need to protect. He goes for Zapdos. I'm just going to go for Body Slam as I get the para first try. That's very nice. Get Whirlwinded out. Whirlwind indicates that that is an offensive Zapdos, meaning that that Zapdos does not have Rest or Sleep Talk, which means that in this 1v1, I have the advantage with my Zapdos. Unfortunately, my Snorlax is in a pretty bad spot because I don't have Rest to cure off the Toxic. So I'm going to try to switch in that Snorlax the least amount as possible. Only switch him in when I need to put a Pokemon to sleep or to use Explosion. But Explosion's risky considering he's a Gengar. Never mind, I don't have Explosion on this set. That, so just scratch whatever I just said. I switch teams so much that I like forget the sets halfway through a game. But it's alright, we're chilling. Well, I can just go for another Roar because he's asleep. I'm getting some good chip damage on Blissey, which is good. Just gonna go for Earthquake. He might go for an Ice Punch here. Oh, he goes for Hypnosis and miss. Oh, and I take him out in one hit. That's great. No longer having Gengar is really nice because now I can splam. Okay, spam body slams to my little heart's desire here. All right, he switches in Cloyster. I really want to switch in my own Cloyster, but I feel like he's just gonna blow up. I'm just gonna switch in Cloyster. Oh well. If he blows up, oh well. A Cloyster for a Cloyster. Ooh, interesting. He has Ice Beam, so he probably has Spikes, Ice Beam, Surf, and Explosion. And I practically have the same thing, but instead of Ice Beam, I have Icy Wind to slow him down. I'm just gonna go for Explosion here. There's no point predicting. I don't. He might have a Rapid Spinner though, so maybe that's not the play. I'll just go Icy Wind, see what he does. Because if he wants to blow up and trade with me, that's fine. I just don't want to make the trade with him because if he pivots out his Cloyster and my Cloyster's dead, if he has something like a Fortress or something to Rapid Spin in the back, then, Egg's going to be on my face when he has Hazards up and I don't. Then you guys are going to click off the video. You're going to be like, look at this clown blowing up his Cloyster, having no spikes. Slingshot right has no spikes. They all chant in unison. All right, well, I slowed down his Blissey, so that accomplished absolutely nothing. Time to switch in Steelix. Oh, and he switches in Cloyster again. Oh, can't catch a break. I'm just going to keep switching in Cloyster. Because his Ice Beam and Surf, I resist both. I want to go for Icy Wind, but I feel like he's just going to switch in Blissey. I'm going for Explosion. That didn't kill? Oh, and that's really unfortunate. Because Thunder's not 100% accurate, so if I miss Thunder and he blows up, he's going to get a lot back here. And my Charizard outspeed, but I don't want to reveal that I have Charizard yet. He's like my secret weapon. Alright, I'm just going to go for Thunder. I really need this Thunder to hit because if I miss and he blows up, I'm going to be so mad. Alright, I hit. We're good. Just usually when I'm in those positions where I absolutely have to hit Thunders when it misses. Because that's just how it goes sometimes. Alright, I'm going to just switch in my Snorlax. His Blissey wakes up, so I'm just going to try to put his Blissey back to sleep. Oh, that was really smart, him switching in Zapdos, because his Zapdos can't be put to sleep. So I'm just gonna go for a Body Slam here, as he's gonna try to force me out. Ooh, I might get a Para Hack on Tyranitar. No. All right, I'm just gonna sacrifice my Snorlax here. There's no point pivoting out. I haven't revealed Executor, so I'm just switching Executor here. I'm just gonna go for a Giga Drain. I'm just gonna keep going for Giga Drain. If he ends up switching in Zapdos, I'll just switch up and go for Psychic. See, I really don't want to get toxic by Blissey, but I also don't want to take a flamethrower with Steelix. So I think my best bet is just paralyzing this, and I miss. As he goes for Heal Bell to heal off status from Zapdos. So this is going to be really annoying for me with Charizard because Charizard and Zapdos have tied speed. So if I can't paralyze the Zapdos, that's going to be quite unfortunate for me. I really want to keep my Executor though because Executor is really good into both Tyranitar and Zapdos. Blissey's kind of annoying, so I'm just going to switch in Steelix here. As he goes for Flamethrower, how much damage did that do? That did 43.9. I really hope I live and go for Explosion. Aw, he gets the high roll. It did 43 point. Yeah. Yeah, it did like just enough to kill. That's unfortunate. I don't really have a good check to Blissey left. Like my checks to Blissey were really just kind of exploding it. Because all three of these are special attackers until Charizard belly drums, of course. All right. Paralysis. As he gets a burn. Honestly, a burn's not as bad as getting toxic. So I'm just gonna go for light screen here. I'm just gonna try to like prevent this Blissey from doing any damage to me. All right, now I'm gonna switch in Charizard. I'm just gonna go for the win. As I have Miracle Berry, so I'll live that toxic. Get a belly drum. Yeah, Fire Blast is gonna do basically nothing. So I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide because if he tries switching out to Zapdos, Earthquake does nothing. So I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide as he goes for Toxic. I'm just gonna go for Rock Slide again because even if Charizard dies now, me taking out Blissey really helps out Executor and Zapdos in the late game. Hopefully, I can outspeed and go for Rock Slide. This is a speed tie right here. We're both at 298 speed. Depending on his what hidden power he has, I could outspeed here. As he has Protect. Protect is fine because even if he does pivot out into Tyranitar, Tyranitar is not going to want to take a +4 Rock Slide. That's still going to do a lot of damage. As he does opt to go to Tyranitar. I don't know if that's going to live at 42. Yeah, it doesn't. Now, if that Tyranitar had more health, it would have lived. As he goes for Charizard, I haven't revealed I even have Earthquake, so I'm just going to go for Earthquake here. Oh, he switches out. He probably predicted I was going to do that. Yeah, just going to go for Rock Slide. There's no need to predict. I'm in a really good position for my Executor and Zapdos. So if I get a Rock Slide off here, it's either going to kill his Zapdos or at least put his Snorlax at like 30 health. So just going to go for Rock Slide here. Yeah, I said about 30 health and 33 health was what it put him at. That's great. I'm in a pretty good position here. I'm just going to switch in Zapdos and just go Thunder. Because even if he rests here, I'm going to just put up my light screen in case he switches in Zapdos and go for rest of my own. Winning the game is really going to come down to what his Snorlax set is. His Snorlax doesn't have Sleep Talk or he would have gone for it by now. So if it's a curse set, it may be a harder position for me here to break through, but we'll see. Yes, he is curse. I'm going to go Executor and just go for Explosion as he goes for another curse. Just going to go for Boom. I should have pivoted in Executor earlier while he was asleep. I just didn't know if he had Sleep Talk, so I didn't want him to like Sleep Talk and roll Double Edge on my Executor, which already doesn't have a lot of health. So yeah, I'm not in a very great position here. He's just gonna break through with Snorlax. Yeah, GG. All right, good game.